Yeah, it's first of all, it's really nice to be home. I was the only concern I really had on our side of the net tonight would be on our execution would be how excited we were to finally come home after being gone for a month. And I thought the guys did a really nice job being composed and executing and getting into the rhythm of both sides of the game. I thought offensively we were really, really good. We passed the ball well. Josh did a great job running our offense, creating a lot of stress. And then from a coach's standpoint, I think what you're looking for is to be able to sustain the high level of serving and passing and running our offense and our block and defense, because we ended up blocking a lot of balls. But the impressive thing on my end was the ability to keep the pressure on and not back off and self-inflict.
I had no idea. I was as surprised as everyone else was. I don't necessarily look at numbers. I just look at the team's performance throughout the season. So I guess my reaction was like, well, that's all credit to my teammates for giving me that the spread out. The offense that Josh does, and then the worry that Kyle causes on the other side of the net is huge, and it opens up the window a lot for me. So,
Alan, what can you say about the way that you guys blocked the ball tonight? 11 team blocks. I think you had 3 guys with at least 5. I mean, that's pretty outrageous.
Yeah, blocking's one of those things. Sometimes you can put up a really well-formed block and not block balls, or get a touch, or block a ball just out. Tonight we've been working. We had a number of practices in a row at home this week, which is nice because we haven't had that ability the last couple of weeks being on the road. And we worked a lot on our out-of-system blocking, trying to make sure that we were closing seams and shoulder to shoulder and across the net. And I thought the guys did a really nice job executing because there's no doubt we're trying to serve tough like every other team. And Stanford did a nice job trying to serve tough tonight too. And when you get those passes off the net, you want to take advantage of those. You've worked so hard to get them off the net, and sometimes you ease up as a blocking unit and you don't execute in those situations because they seem a little bit easier. It's not as stressful when the setter's not right at the net running all his offense at you. So I thought the guys did a nice job of seeing those as point scoring. We talked a little bit about those are low-hanging fruit points in our sport, so let's make sure we gobble up as many as we can. And it's a big number, so we'll take them.
What can you say about your freshman middle to have 7 blocks? I mean, obviously he just looks very composed, and it doesn't have the usual, not like these guys did either. Doesn't have the usual freshman kind of baby gear like.
Yeah, no, it's just what he does. It doesn't matter whether it's serving or playing defense for a middle, or siding out at a high number or blocking balls. He's an incredibly high volleyball IQ kid and real physical, and comes in and watches a ton of video. And you're exactly right. Talking through the match with him, really cool, really calm, and on to the next play. He does a really nice job of that. Nothing seems to get to him.
TJ, you and Kyle actually tied again, I believe, tonight in kills. Any friendly competition? You guys ever talk about that at all, like behind the scenes?
No, there's no competition really. It's just all about, like I said before, it's team performance. And every once in a while there'll be like a little comment of like, "Oh man, you got 2 more kills than me," and it's just like a little joke on the, but that's just very, very, very rare, and that's just the fun of the game. I wouldn't say there's a competition at all. I'm rooting him on as much as he's rooting me on, so.
And Josh, you've really been controlling the offense lately. What's kind of going through your mind as you're out there, dishing the ball out to different people? What's going through your head at that point?
Yeah, just there's a lot of preparation that kind of goes into it. So the suggestions that come off the bench, as well as my feel on the court, is kind of what goes into the decisions I make, as well as how the boys feel and some of their feel toward, or for me. Just overall feel of the game is kind of like the process I kind of go through when deciding to make sets.
Coach, he's now 7 in assists, only getting higher. He got his 1,000th kill tonight. Ensing playing well every night. They call this like the core of the team. Would you rank this amongst possibly like the best trio of guys you've ever coached?
Wow, absolutely, they're in that group. I mean, they've started from the opening bell of their career here. They've put up big numbers and played in Final Fours, and they have an unbelievable thirst for more. So yeah, but they're halfway through their career, a little bit further, a little past the halfway point. And there's been some special groups that I've had the good fortune to be around, whether it be here with the national team. But there's no doubt this is a special group, and hopefully turning into really special.
Josh, it seemed like the offense was going well today. How exciting does it get for you getting a perfect pass? A tandem play is coming. Had a couple of those tonight. Had a nice back line. What goes through your mind when you see that pass coming?
I'm just stoked for my boys who pass the ball. They work really hard in the gym to hammer those details in, and they did an absolute great job today, putting me in pretty good situations where we were able to run those plays. So I was stoked for them, and then obviously them making perfect passes. Almost that rewarding feeling of getting the lob or getting the inside play where they can put it down.
Coach, talk a little bit about the play you get from Josh on the field, on the court. I mean, he's given you an all-around solid performance on all sides of the ball.
Yeah, I think that's really important. I think what gets lost about Josh's game is that everyone gets mesmerized by his ability to set the ball and set consistency, and also with spectacular sometimes. But if you really get to see Josh play on a daily basis, you get to see the work he puts in, his defense, his blocking, his ability to serve for us and create stress behind the end line, his calming effect on the boys on the court as our leader, and then watching him work in the weight room and get in early to get in extra reps and get up and watch video. No, he's an all-in, pretty special leader for us. We're lucky to have him running our offense.
Josh and TJ, you guys have played together for a long time. Does that really have a lot of effect on the chemistry that you guys have out on the court for both of you?
Playing with this guy is super fun, and kind of knowing what he wants in certain situations is a big part of that chemistry. And so it kind of adds into it, and I think it's a big deal for our team. And we have obviously me and TJ played a while, but the chemistry between the entire team is all equal. Guys, I trust in TJ as much as I trust in Bjorn, as well as Kyle, and then both our middles. So, and anyone that comes off the bench. So just that overall trust and chemistry kind of bleeds into the rest of the team.
Yeah, I think just kind of speaking on what he's saying, it's just the chemistry we have almost bleeds into the rest of the team, and then it creates a team-wide chemistry that we all have the same trust and almost feel for the game, almost like a link like twins usually have or whatever. That saying is that we just kind of we've played so much together, been around each other so much that it's become like a second nature for us.
Coach mentioned the other day that you guys have 4 new starters actually this year. What's the transition been like for you two with new guys coming in the starting lineup, and how have you guys been able to adjust?
I think the transition was, slight. Getting the good new guys in the situation that they're going to work. They're going to work their butt off every single time, and so that's what it was a little bit last year. And so the transition would kind of necessarily be as drastic as it would seem, having 4 new starters. But, they're coming in, getting extra reps every single day, getting up early, watching like Coach was saying. And so they're putting in the work because they are working their butt off for that position. So the transition is not as drastic as it would seem.
Yeah, pretty smooth transition just because the guys are just complete workhorses. So, you get that from, new individuals. It's almost like it makes it a lot easier for us to build that chemistry and to really focus in on those points.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Cool. Thanks.